Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coins Dealer Today's fascinating journey into the world of coins. We're diving into the rich history, significance, and impact of one of the most iconic yet often overlooked pieces of currency, the 1 cent coin. This small, humble coin has been circulating for over 230 years, but its story is far more complex than you might imagine. From its creation to its current place in our everyday lives, the 1 cent coin tells a tale of American history, economics, and cultural shifts. So let's take a deep dive into the penny, from its origin to its present-day significance. Our story begins in 1793, just a few years after the founding of the United States. At this time, the nation was still getting its footing, and one of the biggest challenges was establishing a stable and reliable currency system. The country was using foreign coins, especially Spanish dollars, but there was a pressing need for coins that reflected the nation's identity. That's where the 1 cent coin came in. The very first US cent was introduced in 1793, and it wasn't just any coin, it was a symbol of a new nation. The first design was known as the chain cent, which featured a chain of links surrounding the words United States of America. This symbolized the unity of the states. It also showed Lady Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap, representing freedom and independence. The chain cent was made of pure copper and weighed a hefty 13.48 grams. But despite its symbolic meaning, this first cent wasn't around for long. The chain cent was replaced by the wreath cent in 1793 due to design flaws, but the idea of the 1 cent coin was firmly planted. As the years passed, the design of the penny evolved to reflect the growing nation. In 1857, a significant change was made to the penny's size and composition. The new coin, known as the Flying Eagle cent, was much smaller than its predecessor and made from a copper-nickel alloy. The Flying Eagle cent, minted only in 1857 and 1858, featured a majestic eagle in flight, symbolizing strength and freedom. But despite its brief circulation, it remains an iconic piece in American coin history. Then came the Indian head cent in 1859, a design that would last for half a century. This penny showed Liberty wearing a Native American headdress, which was a symbol of honor and respect. The design reflected America's fascination with its own identity and heritage. In 1909, a monumental change occurred. For the first time, the 1 cent coin featured the image of an actual historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent, with its portrait of the 16th president, marked the beginning of a new era in U.S. coinage. The reverse of the coin featured two stalks of wheat, earning it the name Wheat Penny. In 1959, in honor of Lincoln's 150th birthday, the U.S. Mint redesigned the reverse to feature the Lincoln Memorial, a fitting tribute to one of the country's greatest leaders. This new design would remain in use for nearly 50 years. As time went on, the design of the Lincoln cent would change, but its central figure, Abraham Lincoln, remained a constant. In 2009, to celebrate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint issued a series of 4 reverse designs depicting key moments from Lincoln's life. These special editions included depictions of Lincoln as a young man in Indiana, his log cabin, his time in Springfield, and the U.S. Capitol. These designs, however, were temporary, and in 2010, the U.S. Mint returned to a more traditional reverse design featuring the Lincoln Memorial. In 2010, the 1 cent coin underwent another redesign. The new reverse featured a shield, symbolizing the strength and unity of the United States. This marked the first time in over 50 years that the reverse of the coin had been redesigned in a permanent way. Now, let's talk about the 1 cent coin's value. Despite its long history and strong symbolism, the penny's purchasing power has dramatically decreased over time due to inflation. In the early 20th century, a penny could buy you a piece of candy or a loaf of bread. But today, the purchasing power of a single penny is nearly negligible. In fact, some people argue that the penny is no longer needed in a modern economy where digital transactions dominate. Interestingly, it costs more to produce a penny than it's worth. As of 2025, the US Mint spends about 2.1 cents to produce each 1-cent coin. This means that for every penny minted, the government is actually losing money. Despite its rising production costs and declining value, the penny remains in circulation. But the question on many people's minds is, should the US continue to produce the 1-cent coin, or should it be eliminated altogether? On one hand, there are many who argue that the penny is an essential part of American currency. It's deeply ingrained in the fabric of everyday transactions, and its symbolic value is undeniable. The penny also plays a role in making precise change possible and rounding up to the nearest nickel or dime. On the other hand, with inflation eroding its purchasing power and the rising cost of production, there are growing calls for the penny's retirement. Several other countries, like Canada and the United Kingdom, have already eliminated their lowest denomination coins, and the US could follow suit in the future. With digital payments becoming the norm, some argue that the need for physical pennies is fading. In a cashless society, the penny may become an artifact of the past. While most pennies may not be worth much, certain rare and historical pennies can fetch a pretty penny on the collector's market. For example, the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent, which features the initials of its designer on the reverse, can be worth thousands of dollars depending on its condition. Other rare pennies, like the 1955 double die or the 1943 copper penny, are highly sought after by collectors. These rare coins demonstrate the value of the penny beyond its face value. For collectors, the penny can be more than just a coin, it's a part of American history. And for the right pieces, it's a valuable investment. So, what does the future hold for the 1-cent coin? Will it continue to be a fixture of American currency, or is it slowly becoming obsolete? As technology advances and the world shifts toward digital and cashless systems, it's possible that the penny may eventually fade into history. But for now, it continues to circulate, a small but significant part of our monetary system. Whether you love it or loathe it, the 1-cent coin has had an undeniable impact on American currency and culture. From its birth in 1793 to its place in modern-day transactions, it's a piece of history that we can all hold in our hands. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of the 1-cent coin. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and let us know in the comments, do you think the penny should stay or go? And of course, if you want to explore more coin-related content, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.